So I'm out here behind the Airstream, out back here, where those piles of dirt were. I think I showed you a video of when I was partially had this done. Anyway, I got it finished, spread out all that dirt, and kind of filled the low spots the best I could. Then I did some work back over by those 2 oak trees over there. I'll show you. Believe it or not, I only had a few rocks that I just threw in the ditch over there in the low spot. There were quite a few rocks in there. It's amazing how they get buried, and I can smooth them out. I hit a yellow jacket nest. They couldn't get to me in the tractor, so I'm hoping they're not going to get to me now that I'm walking around. We'll see. Anyway, and there was a hump, not too big a one, on the left side of the road here. There was a hump, so I took that down, so now the water will just sheet off. This being the highest point, so all the water will run off and should stay fairly solid out here on the road. Don't want to drive off in here when it's raining. But so this area right here, it was real low right by that tree. It was washed out, and that's where that big tractor tire, there's a huge tractor tire. It's about 2 foot thick, laying on the ground, and I put some rocks around it and buried it. And what I did is I kind of cut a low spot right in here and put the dirt and compacted it up there. So when the water comes running down, hard to tell with the sun on our face here. Anyway, when the water runs down, it'll run hopefully down right through this little ditch here, or this where I cut it here, and then right between these 2 trees. So the main thing, I moved quite a bit of dirt actually. Doesn't really look like it, but I want to save, of course, this tree and this tree. So the water's going to run right in between them, and it'll stop washing that tree there. This tree was pretty safe already, but there was a low spot around it. But anyway, the water pretty much stayed on that side of the tree, and it will continue to do that. But I'll try to get on the other side here so we can see it a little better. But I mean, all this water, all this up here, all the way to the divide up there, all runs down here and basically right behind my house and into that culvert we extended. So that takes a lot of water, and that's why the vineyard would get washed out and all that damage we had over there. That's because it takes a lot of water. But anyway, I think I got it right. I didn't shoot it, I'm just kind of going by eyeball, but I think I got it. So like I said, the water, all this water that comes from up here will go down and stay on the low side of this little swale I made, and just go around there and right between those 2 trees. And standing right here, it looks like it'll work just fine. But yeah, this wasn't here, and it all sloped right to that tree, and the water ran right to the tree, and it was just washing it out. You can see a burrow forming on that tree because of that. But I think this will work fine. You know, they'll just run right between these two trees and on down. And after we get a good winter, it'll kind of cut a little channel in there and it'll look a lot more natural. And then of course we'll seed all that. Get all that area over there where I spread out that dirt and seed all that and all this and get some grass growing on it. I think it's going to work just fine and look just fine. Now I'm going to head over to the burn pile. I got to fix that road over there, and I'm not going to spread out all that dirt yet. There's a lot of dirt over there in case we decide we need it somewhere. A lot of nice dirt over there if we need to fill something. Anyway, I went to the road meeting this morning, and everybody decided to get Dick Blakely. He's a contractor. He did the road a long time ago and really did good work on it, but to get him up here to look at the road and get a bid on fixing Matei Road. And then Tim Towser and I will do a couple of those bad spots like we talked about. The more work we can do, the more money we save. Overall, everybody, because obviously we get a lot more bang for the buck if I'm doing the work and Tim's doing the work instead of paying somebody. But that road, it needs a lot of work for sure. The whole thing, as you know, you drove it. So anyway, but we had a good meeting, and so Tim and I are going to start with fixing a couple of those culverts down there. A couple culverts need to be changed out. And then I found out that the guy who owns the vineyard behind your house, up at the top there where the fir tree is and the llama table, that guy that lives down there, he's renting the house out, and the guy is growing pot down there. Anyway, I found out that he got ripped off a couple weeks ago. Just found out this morning, but somebody went in and took all his plants. Apparently there were a lot of them, and what he told Tim was that they followed the tracks and that they came from Gates Road with 2 ATVs across your property, across our property, and I don't think that's true. We've been out there a lot lately and all summer, and I think I would have noticed that. He said he picked up almost a $1/4 pound just tracking where the guys drug it along. Anyway, I'm gonna find out what's going on and get out there and look. But I mean, we got the cameras and they're out there and stuff, and I think we would have saw something. So I think that information's bad. They might have went across Mike's place, but anyway, nevertheless, somebody came in, stole all his plants and took them, which is whatever. I don't really care. It's just that what I care about is, did these guys go in with guns, and you know, kind of people. I would hope it was just some kids that went in, cut them and took off, but I would like to know as much information as we can on that. So, and I'm sure I'll be able to get some information. Anyway, I just thought I'd let you know. Anyway, that's it for now.